Here are a number of promises that President William Samoei Ruto promised to deliver to Kenyans, but as of the time of this broadcast, it is evidently clear that he is very much far away from delivering them, and neither does he even think of delivering them, simply because in each and every occasion that is given a microphone, he continues with his nimetenga mabilioni slogan.
Mwaka huu vijana wa Kenya, they have a destiny, they have a date with destiny. Tumesema tuko na Marshall Plan ya ajira ya vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya. Na tumesema, na nataka vijana wa Mount Elgon munisikize vizuri, tumesema tunaweka bilioni 200 kwa mambo ya leather, textile, agroprocessing, value addition. Na tumesema hivi kama Kenya Kwanza, sasa pale sokoni simu utakuwa unapiga free of charge, simu haitakuwa inakatika. No mamohena yoraidi gai. Sasa vijana wengi wataajiriwa kupitia mpango wa kazi mtaani. Vijana wote tulikuwa tunaajiri kwa kazi mtaani, sasa tutawaajiri wapande miti. Sikizeni, hiyo kazi ya mtaani, hakuna kazi ya mtaani tena, kazi ni hii ya kujenga manyumba hii. Na nimemwambia bei ya unga saa hizi imefika 200 ikienda mbele. Hata wananchi wa hapa Juja, jamaa moja hapa ameniambia bei ya unga karibu imepita bei ya sufuria.
Is something like the gender rule that we have not implemented. I think that's something that we should be concerned about, right? Because it is a live pronouncement of the new constitution. And
mafuta ndio hiyo imepanda bei. Sini namna hiyo. Sasa badala ya watu kushughulikia mafuta, wanaanza mambo ya fitina, ati wananipangia. Sasa mnanipangia nini? Pangieni mafuta kwanza iteremuke chini. Ama ni aje? Wadosi wengine hapo wanajaribu kusema ati huyu deputy president anachochea watu wa huko chini. Sasa mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa Kakamega. Mimi nikisema kabla nyinyi hamujatengeneza vyeo, wacha kwanza tutafutie vijana kazi, hiyo ni kuchochea watu? Kwani Kenya hii ilikuwa yao peke yao? Mimi nikisema kabla hamujaanza kusema mnagawana mamlaka, wacha tutafutie mama mboga, wacha tutafutie mtu ya mkokoteni, wacha tutafutie mtu ya bodaboda, pesa waweze kukopa kwa riba ya chini bila ya kuulizwa security, ndio wao pia biashara yao iinuke. Hiyo ni kuchochea mtu? Watu wawache hii mchezo.
There's also a current subsidy in place for that. What do you think is the solution to the rising cost of fuel, which, as you know, drives the cost of a number of other products?
I think the first thing that we need to do is to look at the taxes, because 50% almost of the cost of fuel in Kenya is taxes. I think it's time, as a country, we looked at, I think there are 15 different taxes on fuel. And I think it's time we relooked at how else do we raise revenue.
Which taxes would you be proposing to remove from fuel, the cost of fuel?
I think majority of the taxes that are in that bracket, I think there are almost 15 different taxes that are there. I do not have the specifics, but those 15, I think we need to interrogate these 15 different taxes. Which ones can we put aside so that, like other countries, we can limit the taxation on fuel? Take, for example,
let me ask, yeah. Yes, okay,
take, for example, VAT.
Correct.
I think we need to rethink taxation VAT taxation on fuel. That was the latest inclusion of taxes on fuel. And I think it was very controversial.
Yeah, Honorable Ruto, VAT on...
The police must not engage in matters politics. Don't take political sides. We have enough people to help us with our politics. We have political party operatives. We have activists. We have pressure groups and all manner of people who can help us with politics. We want the police to be independent and to protect every citizen irrespective of their political affiliation. It doesn't matter. We want you to protect our brothers in the opposition the same way you protect those who are in government, because we are one people, we all pay tax. And your job is to secure the property and the lives of all the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. One final request I want to make to my governors. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, whenever there is money for you, I do my very best to release that money. You are witnesses, even if you don't want to agree. Right? But now I have another problem, because many people are telling me now, you're spoiling governors with a lot of money. Because, as I talk to you, there is 50 billion Kenya shillings lying at the central bank. My request to you is, please spend this money. I mean, if you spend this money, we will have many Kenyans who are either suppliers or programs roll out, and now I am going to add you more money. So my request to you is, let us make sure that we roll out our programs, we spend these resources, it's good for our economy, and it makes me also collect more tax so that I can do it. The fight against corruption will succeed the day we remove ethnic or political lenses. And we prosecute corruption as corruption. The day we avoid the weaponization and criminalization of politics or political opinion and using the criminal justice system to try and blackmail and intimidate people on matters to do with politics, that is the day we will succeed with the fight against corruption, when we stop. We have accepted that we are not going to appoint any member of the opposition into government, because we want a vibrant opposition. We want an opposition that will keep government in check, because we have nothing to hide, and we want to run an accountable government. So we appreciate their role. We wish them well in their role, but we will play our role as effectively as we can. And members, kitabu ya Isaya 10 na mstari wa kwanza inasema, ole wenu mnaotunga sheria zisizo na haki, watu mnaopitisha sheria za kugandamiza, mnaonyima maskini haki zao. Hapo neno la Mungu linasema, nyinyi mnaofanya kazi hiyo, mtajificha wapi adhabu ya Mungu ikikuja? Kwa hivyo lazima tuwe waangalifu, hata wakati tunasukuma kubadilisha katiba, isiwe eti itufaidi sisi, tuwe na vyeo, tugawane mamlaka, tuongeze viti, tuweke mzigo kwa wananchi. Hapo itakuwa ni kinyume ya mafundisho
ya Biblia. Si tumekubaliana jameni ya kwamba sisi wote tupande miti? Utakuwa unalipwa kwa kuwa na miti katika shamba yako, na sio ya kwamba ati utauza miti. Hapana, utalipwa tu kwa kuwa na miti katika shamba yako. Tutateremsha bei ya stima pale kwa charging station ya pikipiki zenu mpaka $5, which is about 8 shillings. Mmenielewa?
Clearly within their mandate to tell us how did Kenyans end up being killed in this manner. And then it was business as usual. 30 bodies in Yala, 17 bodies in Garissa. There was a container here at the Nairobi area.
Every public official must know that the Jubilee administration is a democratically elected government on the basis of the rule of law. The Constitution is not a book. It is the law. Court orders are not pieces of paper. It is the law. And therefore, we want every public servant to understand that the basis of our democracy and the basis of our nationhood is the respect for the rule of law. The slide to anarchy and confusion and impunity and dictatorship starts when we do not respect the rule of law. Every public servant will be held personally accountable if they do not respect the rule of law. There is nowhere in the Jubilee administration, the president, myself as deputy president, or any part of this government does not believe in not respecting the rule of law.
The challenge of cost of living is not too scientific. The challenge of cost of living is increasing agricultural productivity, period. This whole story about Ukraine and all this is a lost cause. We are all bearing the brunt of what that conflict portends for us. High food prices. We cannot access fertilizer. We cannot pay for fertilizer. Transport for commodities, cereals, fertilizer is all clogged up with the sanctions around it and with everything else that comes.
Na nazungumza kwa niaba ya viongozi wenzangu hapa. Tumesema watu wengi kama wewe, wamama mboga wengi kama wewe, na wafanyabiashara wengine wengi wanaofanya biashara ndogo ndogo Kenya wanaitwa micro and small enterprise. In accordance with the proposals that were made to us in the county forums, they do not have the money. Give me some water, baby. I thought you were bringing me water. You're giving me more instructions. Nataka niwaambie hii mafuta inaongezwa usiku na mchana. Mimi nataka niwaeleze ya kwamba these people don't understand the damage they are doing to the people and the economy of Kenya. Kwa hii taxes wanaongeza usiku na mchana. Na mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa hapa Manga, tafadhali, mkiona tumesimama hapa mbele yenu, tunawaambia ya kwamba tutengeneze hiyo serikali inakuja ambayo inaelewa lugha ya mwananchi wa kawaida. Watu wa Manga, tumesema kabla ya Disemba mwaka huu, serikali hii ya Kenya Kwanza tutahakikisha kwamba kila Mkenya atakuwa na bima ya afya ya NHIF kabla ya Disemba mwaka huu. Every citizen. Many people, I have heard many people discuss about, okay, you made promises, you haven't kept some of them. As we talk today, in 6 months' time, the stadium in Wote will be complete. In 3 months' time,
the stadium in Chuka will be complete. In 3 months' time, the stadium in Moyale will be complete. In 6 months' time, the stadium in Kamarin in West Pokot, which is historic, will be complete. In a couple of months, the stadium in Eldoret will be complete. In Nyeri, the president gave the title. There was a challenge of title. Now we have a title, and now the program has been rolled out. In Kiambu, in another 3-4 months, the stadium will be complete. We have challenges. We have a small challenge in Mombasa because the county government has issues of ownership of the land, although all the contracts and everything has been signed for, including the tartan for the stadium is in place. We have a small challenge again in Kisumu because the county government has not relocated the dumping site, which is next to the stadium, and international requirements dictate that you cannot have a dumping site side by side with a stadium. As soon as that is relocated, that process will be complete. So instead of 5 stadiums, we actually went for 9, just to make it good and to make it better.
Na Naivasha hii katika mipango ya Jubilee tumesema tutajenga industrial park kubwa hapa Naivasha ya mambo ya leather na textile ambayo itaajiri vijana zaidi ya vijana zaidi ya 100,000 ambao wataajiriwa katika Naivasha hii. Yenye mnatuelewa?
For example, in Juja, and let's be candid. In Juja, the total number of votes obtained by all the parliamentary candidates is 85,000. The president has 100,000. Now, it means 15,000 people voted for the president and walked away. They didn't vote for the parliamentary candidate. I mean, how is that possible? So, we are saying as the Orange Democratic Movement that we want the commission to make an announcement on the basis of results that are authentic and that have a basis and that have supporting documents. The commission have told us that they have sent a plane to look for these results. We have been told that it will be ready by about 3 o'clock. We want to verify those things before any announcement is made, because we have figures everywhere and every other place have figures. Let me finalize by saying all the documents that we have show clearly that Raila Amolo Odinga has 4,215,437 and Honorable Mwai Kibaki has 3,748,261 votes. That is what we have. And if the commission is going to announce other results, they must tell us on the basis of what. And we have pointed to them very clearly. And we thank God that they allowed us last night to peruse the file, because on perusing of the file, it was absolutely clear that announcements were being made here which did not have any basis, because there were no documents to support whatever announcements that were being made. If a figure is going to be assigned to somebody 50,000, you can as well assign him 500,000. Because, I mean, if you are assigned figures without any supporting documents, then you can assign a figure.
And if I'm just to be very categorical on the issue of high taxation, is President William Samoei Ruto should be reminded that Sir Winston Churchill once said, and I quote, "I contend that for any nation to try and tax itself into prosperity is like a man standing in a bucket and trying to lift himself up by the use of the handle." End of quote. And so the more President Ruto increases on taxes is the more many businesses collapse and the more people lessen their consumption. For example, if I was supposed to use my gas in a span of 3 or 2 months a lesson on its consumption, of which it will slightly stay for a longer duration than the anticipated one. And to be fair enough, on 28th April 2023, President William Samoei Ruto promised to end maandamano, and of course, he indeed ended them. Essentially, President William Samoei Ruto has fully made me understand the true meaning of a demagogue, being a leader to whom excites emotions of ordinary people just for him to get to power. And I kid you not, that is the exact thing that he did for him to assume into office. Mr. President, you have no any other option apart from delivering. Please deliver. And as I come to the penultimate part of this video, in case if you're watching me for the very first time, kindly consider hitting on the subscribe button. If you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, kindly just consider hitting on the subscribe button. And my word advice of the day to you is, not all acts of generosity are to be welcomed, because a sugarcane gift to a toothless man is an insult. Thank you, and may God bless you.